Cool. Hey folks, how's everyone doing? Appreciate everyone's patience as we waited for a couple of folks to join us here. My name is Jesse Poplinski. I'm one of the partners at Hack Upstate, and I welcome you all to the kickoff of our fourth cohort of Careers in Code. We're very excited to have y'all. Very excited to have you all joining us here today. We know you all through a really rigorous and vigorous admissions process, but now you're here, so you should be very, very proud of that. Just wanted to say a couple words before we get the ball rolling here. So we started Hack Upstate in 2013 with the underlying mission to advance Central and Upstate New York's tech communities. So since 2013, we've organized 15 total hackathons, and we've had the privilege of organizing 3 cohorts of Careers in Code. In fact, we just graduated our 3rd cohort just 2 weeks ago, which is pretty amazing. And here we are, some 9 years later, and we're fortunate to continue to have the opportunity to continue to provide technical training to our students in an effort to increase their earning potentials and combat poverty here in Central New York. Operating a coding bootcamp cannot be done alone. First off, we're fortunate to have amazing partners like Onondaga County and the Alliance for Economic Inclusion for this opportunity, Syracuse Surge, Lemoyne College's Erie 2021 Initiative, and Center State CO to make this cohort possible. In addition, we've also worked with many local employers, too many to name, but they've helped to inform our curriculum and really figure out what we should teach our students. Second, the support from all of our instructors and teaching assistants, many of who you'll hear from today. They were really instrumental in figuring out how we inform our curriculum and give our students the tools that they need to be successful. And third, last but not least, of course, our students. Again, you've all been through a pretty rigorous admissions process here, and you've all proven what it has to succeed in the program. So we're really looking forward, and we can't wait to see where these 24 weeks will take you. And you can probably ask any graduate, but those 24 weeks will go by like this. So use as many of those resources that you have available to you as possible. So with all that, we'll dive right into it. If I can get to my next slide here. Just as a heads up, we are broadcasting this live on YouTube right now, and this whole session we recorded, so you can always watch it after. We have a couple students joining us virtually here that'll say a few words as well. Just as a heads up, we are live. Regarding COVID-19 operating protocol, it's pretty simple. For unvaccinated, we just ask that you please wear a mask. We have some masks on the table in the back there. And if you're unvaccinated, you can take your mask off if you're speaking up here or eating and sitting. Quick code of conduct here. I won't drill into one of these bullet points, but please review it if you haven't. We just ask you to be kind to everyone. Think before you speak. Don't do anything instructive or inflammatory. And if you ever feel uncomfortable or unsafe at any of our events or gatherings, don't hesitate to flag one of our team members down or shoot us an email at team@hackupstate.com. I think we all know why we're here, but for those who may be joining that don't, with Careers in Code, really set out to solve 2 problems in particular. First off is the poverty issue here in Syracuse. So Syracuse, as many of you may be aware, the poverty rate continues to be one of the highest across the United States. So as a consequence of this, there are oftentimes few opportunities for individuals from these communities to advance themselves professionally. So what we're trying to do with Careers in Code, first off, is to increase equal access to these opportunities that may not be available. The second big problem we're working to address is the talent shortage. So what we find as many employers throughout Central and Upstate New York oftentimes are really struggling to find qualified software developers. So what happens as a consequence of this, unfortunately, is those employers have to hire from sometimes outside of New York, right? So we see those as dollars and opportunities that are leaving our region. So the second thing we're trying to do is really put our employers in a position where they can hopefully hire like programs from this and get them qualified talents and help to grow their companies. So with Careers in Code, again, after those 24 weeks, hoping to put you all in a position where you can land those gigs with those local employers with those skills you learned from the program. I know we're running a little behind for the kickoff here, but after we wrap up with intros and all that good stuff, Max will kind of handle the second portion and go through the student orientation. You'll get your laptops and all that good stuff. Our hashtag our handle is @HackUpstate everywhere, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. If you use the hashtag Careers in Code, feel free to take pictures and whatnot. We'll be monitoring those channels. Hashtag Careers in Code for any time, you feel like taking pictures tonight or throughout the program. We'd love to see, the work you're doing. Got to give a huge thank you to our team. Let them up in just a minute. Doug, unfortunately, could not be here tonight, but couldn't ask for a better partner to put this program together. I'd like to invite up Max Matthews, our dean and student, and so lead instructor. Max, would like to say a couple of words?
Sure.
Come up here.
Hey everyone, I think I've met almost all of you throughout the interview process, if not all of you. So very excited to have you be part of the program. Hopefully you learn to love the sound of my voice because you're going to be hearing a lot of it over the next 6 months. But very excited to be a part of the fourth cohort. Been involved since the first cohort at Careers in Code and seen firsthand what the talent can do after this program to get your career jump started. So very excited to be working with all of you guys and seeing you guys on the first class on Monday.
Cool. Thanks, Max. Jason, unfortunately, couldn't be here tonight, but I'll play a little intro video in a second. But next up here, Laura, who is our career coach for Careers in Code. Laura, if you'd like to come up and say a few words.
Hey everybody, I'm Laura. You won't see me quite as much as everyone else as you go, but anybody here like roller coasters? Well, guess what? You're on one. So you're on the way up, and you're going to come down the thing, and you can come down the thing screaming, or you can come down the thing enjoying it and looking around and taking everything in. So the people who come down the thing,
down screaming, don't worry.
the ones who come down screaming though, they hide from me because they're not looking around. They're down looking down at the code. That's all they're doing. So I encourage you to try to enjoy the ride, take it all in, take as much as the group coaching in, because when you get down to the bottom of that ride, if you've only been screaming with your head down, you're going to find that you get off and you don't know where to go next in the theme park, right? But if you've been paying attention and you're trying to bring in the career coaching stuff and you're bringing in all the other stuff, and networking and building relationships as you go, you get off the ride and you're like, cool, I don't want to do that again. I'm going over here. You have an idea where your next step's going to be. So enjoy the ride. But I'm here to help you with getting your resumes, your LinkedIn, your profile, your imposter syndrome, because all of this becomes very scary when you realize that you not only have to learn it, you got to tell people you know it. So I'm here to help you with that, and I look forward to working with all of you.
Cool. Thank you, Laura. Also got to thank our program managers, Max Gerlach, who's been with us probably for about the past year. He's still helping us out. He's actually in Japan, but you'll see a little bit of him here and there. And our two newest program managers who just came on board with us in the past 2 weeks here. We have Karen Thorne here today. Karen, if you want to say a couple of quick words.
Hi guys, I'm Karen. I'm going to tell you right now, everything that Laura just said, utilize her as much as you can, because I graduate from the first cohort. We didn't have a career coach. So what she has is very valuable information to you. And I'm here if you guys need something, you can reach out to Max, reach out to Jesse. If you have questions, anything like that, let me know. We'll do what we can for you.
Cool. Thanks, Karen. And Ariel Murphy, unfortunately, is not feeling too well today, so but she'll be helping out as well, in addition to Karen. So you'll be seeing from them as well. Just for the flow, you'll meet Jason next week or the following. Just for the sake of the flow, I'm going to skip on his video here, and we'll keep rolling. All right, so now at this time, I'd like to invite up the students to give a quick intro on who you are. Remember when I sent the email and said for you to write out a little bio? You can read off that if you want. That's exactly why. Or if you don't have to if you don't want to, but I'd like to ask all the students to give a quick intro. Try to keep it around a minute, a little bit about yourself. I know it's nerve-wracking, but just say, hey, you're here now, right? Why are you here? What are your goals? All that good stuff. And then after the students, I'll invite up all the instructors and TAs, if anyone's brave enough to say a few words on what their experience is and what they'll be supporting. And finally, I'll ask some alumni to share some words of wisdom for all of you new students here. So first off here, we're going to go sort of everyone on the left column first, then everyone on the right column. So Schneider, you're first up. You can come up here, or you can where you're sitting, wherever you like. Okay.
Hi, y'all. Hi. You guys can hear me, right? My name is Schneider, first name, last name Joachim. So I'm here in Careers in Code because I want a career in code. I came across coding when the start of the pandemic happened, and I was just exploring things and I came across it and I enjoyed it. I took on some self-learning and made a little project for myself. And from there on, I was like, I'm gonna take this a step further. So I started networking, getting to the community. I had a friend, if anybody knows him, by the name of Garnet. He helped me reach out to a lot of people. And so I'm here now to chase a career in this. My goals after this is to go to college for a computer science degree. And along the way, just network, get to know a lot of people that could help me get a comfortable career in this field. That's a little bit about me. Any questions? No? Okay.
Next, we have Alba.
My name is Alba Diaz. I was working for 17 and a half years through the same company. After 17 and a half years, I decided that it was time for a new career and something that would take me further up and further in my life until my retirement age. So I started going to the OC Center, took multiple courses and certifications, which I met with the coding industry and got interested in it. So after taking some coding classes and stuff and certifications, I decided to take this class to take me to the next step.
Thanks, Alba. Exona?
Yes.
Hi, my name is Exona Mary. I am first generation Albanian in the United States. I actually graduated from college, but I went into the wrong field, I'm guessing. I actually worked for the city of Syracuse as a systems training assistant, and I applied before getting that job. So the reason for why I'm taking this is because I do want to venture into the tech industry as I'm in it right now. I used to work for the district, the Syracuse the school district, and it was not the right career path, so that's why I'm here.
Awesome. Thanks. We have Teresa joining us virtually. Teresa, let me just put you on the screen. Give me 1 second. Can you hear us, Teresa?
I can. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hey, Teresa.
Hi. I just want to say, thank you for letting me be here. And I had a 25-year plus career in the printing industry, and that changed with COVID-19, and I had to pivot. And I had a temporary position as a contact tracer. It was rewarding, enlightening, and challenging experience, and I'm looking forward to the next chapter.
Awesome. Thanks, Teresa.
Thank you.
All right, next up, Torres. Let's say a couple words.
Hello, I'm sorry, brother. The last job was I worked at Verizon with protect technical support for about 7 years. I left there in 2019 with 2 careers as an entrepreneur. I've always been interested in information technology field. So this program really just right up my alley. I learned about it from college. I was the program director there. So he told me about it, and it just really fit what I was looking for. So I'm really excited for me to start on this opportunity.
Awesome. Thanks, Torres. Next up, we have Bobby.
How y'all doing? Before this, I was working for Rover-Rooter. Sorry, I guess. But I always had an interest in like a computer and stuff like that. So seeing this, I think it was Facebook. I had just applied. Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, Bob. Next up, we have Jennifer.
Hello. I saw it on Facebook too. The moment I saw it, I thought, okay, this is a godsend. I have to click on this and check this out. I've done mental health in various forms for like 25 years, and I'm definitely feeling the burnout. So I want to change. I love technology, and it can be nice not to struggle for income anymore. So that's why I'm here.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Jennifer. I'm happy to hear the Facebook ads are working. That's awesome. So I'll see you anymore. Karen, let's say a couple words. Sure. Yeah, please.
Hi there, my name is Karen. I am an educator for Syracuse City School District, and I teach cosmetology. And I've always been interested in of course, beauty, but how beauty and technology can, really collaborate. So particularly during the pandemic, how it changed a lot of shoppers, online shoppers experiences with the fall of like brick and mortar stores and different beauty brands and sectors needing to reach their clients, but in like this isolated, in isolation, really. So how a lot of beauty brands have introduced artificial intelligence and augmented reality in order to drive sales. So collaborating with beauty and technology in order to help companies and brands is something that I've always been just so interested in, and just really helping a field that technology helping a field that isn't really, common, but could definitely be useful. So that is why I'm here. And I'm excited to, learn what I need to learn, especially at the foundational level, because of course, coding is the foundational level when it comes to augmented reality and artificial intelligence. So that's all.
Thanks,
Thank you.
All right, up next, Naija.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hi, I'm Naija. Before I was working with children, I still work with children. I work at a high school. ESF. I just got interested in coding just recently, so I'm just excited to learn everything I can.
Awesome. Thank you. Next, Brian, say a few words.
Hi, everyone. My name is Brian Hill. My educational background is in politics and law, but I've always had an interest in technology, specifically coding. It was one of those things that growing up, I just kind of felt like you kind of got to have a mind for that, like got to know much of that and all that stuff. But as I got older, I just realized, I kind of picked it up as a hobby, took some coding courses and things like that. And I really really hit me, and I really started to enjoy it. Specifically, I really have a passion for like artificial intelligence and machine learning, things like that. And but when I saw this opportunity, boot camps and things like that, but none of them really seemed unique in any specific way. But when I saw this come along, it was local, and yeah, that was enough to pique my interest. And here I am. So I'm just excited to get started. And wait, George, let's go. Okay.
Awesome. Thanks, Brian. Next, we have Vincentia. Sorry for saying your name wrong. I know she was marked absent earlier. Going twice. No, okay. Alondra, you on the Zoom? Hey, Alondra, can you hear us on the Zoom? All right, we'll skip over Alondra. I know she wasn't feeling well. Next up, we have Artel. Artel, if you want to say a few words.
Hello, everybody. I'm Artel. I'm a New York City transplant. Spent some time in Vegas. Been up here since about 2008. Currently in the automotive industry. Always been interested in technology. I'm the person in the family that go to when I need help with something electronic, stuff like that. Interested in coding. Want to see where it takes me.
Next up, we have Christina. Say a few words.
I'm definitely going to read what I said. I am currently in college at OCC during the day. My name is Christina. I'm a knowledge-seeking, energetic person looking to further my field in not only human services, but also careers and codes, to basically broaden my knowledge for coding for individuals with special needs. For the past 20 years, I've raised a wonderful special needs terminally ill daughter, and through all of the struggle, I've come to see what is lacking in the area as far as services and programs, as well as networking amongst each other to build relationships. At the end, my goal is to learn how to develop software and apps so I can create a space to allow continuing education and knowledge to be more readily accessible for these individuals. I created a website telling my daughter's story, and I would like to gain more skills so I can expand on that site so we can one day find another person diagnosed with her illness.
Thanks, Christina. Next up, we have Ayub.
Hello, everybody. Ayub Ali, a recent college graduate, business, and as many of you have stumbled upon coding and tech in general, probably 2021, the pandemic. I took it upon myself. I learned what I can from beginner classes on YouTube and all free resources. And I stumbled upon this cohort bootcamp, and I knew it was a chance for me to further my tech industry or tech learning. So yeah.
Cool. Thanks, Ayub. So, Najalik? Sorry, by graduation, I'll have a right, I promise.
I teach. I became interested in tech during COVID and connected with other education through the stream. I found out about this program through a friend, and I'm just excited to see.
Awesome. Thank you. So, Brandon, say a few words.
Yeah, I heard about this program through one of my friends from high school, and I was going to sign up for the last cohort, but I had severely cold feet, and I was like, oh no, it's okay, I just pass it over. But I thought about it more and more, and I really do want to get back. I used to be pretty good with technology when I was younger, but I kind of fell to the wayside, so I want to develop those skills a lot more and grow more from that. And yeah, it's really exciting.
Awesome. Thanks, Brandon. So, Jordan?
Hi, everyone. I am Jordan. I heard about this from my buddy Zach, who's also incidentally my coworker. I have a passion for 16-bit games, and I don't know, pretty much everything that I do uses a program. I've worked in sales and marketing, teaching people how to do public speaking, retail management, and luxury construction, and I didn't like any of that. So if I'm going to be miserable, I might as well make more, right? So I figured I'd get into this, up the amount of pay, and then also do something that will allow me to have a job as an older gentleman without being left to the wayside by the market, because as we all know, AI and technology is only progressing.
Thank you. Except Patrick, say a few words.
Oh, goodness. Attention on me, great.
You got this. You got it.
Hi, I'm Patrick. Nice to meet you all. So ever since I was a little boy, one thing that I really loved doing is the music and stuff. So my biggest interest is making programs specifically. They have some out right now, like Mixcrafts and Pro Tools and stuff. But the one thing that I found that they were lacking was actually real instruments that sound like instruments. And there is a way to fix it and stuff, but to be able to do that, I have to get the copyrights on, or what is it called? Well, it's I want to create those programs, but actually give it to independent artists that have the ability to go copyright their own material and make their own music and stuff. Because labels and stuff, they do manipulate and use. And I've been in New York City for a little bit, a couple of years. I lived down there in my car, singing and dancing. And I will tell you one thing that I hated the most is just the lack of income that comes along with that. So if we give the young artists these opportunities, can you imagine the amount of money that they can make? And also me for for helping make the programs and stuff. So thank you.
Thanks, Patrick. Next up, Kalai.
My name is Kalai. I'm currently doing my bachelor's in biology. So my goal involves doing work with the lab and lab. But recently we figured out lots of biology uses lots of technology, whether it's a bioinformatics or biostatistics. So it's good to have a knowledge of computer technology. So so that I can use both my wet lab techniques as well as dry lab to progress in my lab.
Awesome. Thanks, Colin. All right, big thank you, all our students. It's not obvious by now, you're all kind of strangers right now for those 24 weeks, lean on each other. And in fact, we'll have more of that next week. I think Max will talk about, there's always like a backdoor channel, if you will, and like talk to one another, seriously. It'll be very helpful as you go through the 24 weeks. All right, next up, I want to give a big thank you to our instructors and our subject matter experts. So you already heard from Max, but Ryan and Nathan will also be our instructors over these 24 weeks, along with a handful of others. But they've been very helpful getting our curriculum together, working with Max closely, and figuring out, what to teach our students. So I don't think Ryan and Nathan could be here tonight, but you'll be hearing from them over the 24-week program. So a big thank you to our instructors and our subject matter experts. Also got to thank all of our teaching assistants who have supported multiple previous cohorts of Careers in Code in this cohort. A huge thank you to all our TAs. Something that's really, really cool is all of our teaching assistants are graduates from our first, second, and third cohorts. And I think that's awesome. Let's give them a big round of applause. And I won't make anyone, but if any TAs are brave enough souls, you can come up and talk a little bit about your experience or what you'll be supporting. If you don't want to, yeah, go ahead, Caitlin. Sure. Yeah.
Okay. My name is Caitlin Warboy. And I was a graduate of the first cohort, which feels like an eternity ago at this point. I am so thankful that I was able to help out the last 2 cohorts and now this one. Just a little backstory, I heard some of you were in education as well. I grew up in the city, went to city schools, went to college like I was supposed to, but had no freaking idea what I wanted to do. Became a young mom and decided I needed like an actual career. I got my master's in education. I was a special ed teacher. It was never something that I felt like called to do. And as I got through that, I decided like I really wanted to do something different. This was obviously in like 2018, 2019. I came across the program that was just starting. I had been exploring different options of what I would like to do instead of teach. And coding and technology was one of those things that I remembered that I used to love as a young adult, young kid. My first experience was like MySpace, which sounds so stupid, but like it was so fun. And I decided like, yeah, I'm just gonna go for it. And it was probably one of the best decisions I ever made in my life. You will struggle. It was a struggle. I was teaching full time and then going to class in person then every Monday through Thursday till 8:30. My kid was, God, she was like 4 or 5 then. She was so young. It was really hard, but it was like the most rewarding 6 months ever. And although it was a sacrifice and a struggle, it was fun. Like I looked forward to it every day. I was never like mad I had to go to class or like annoyed or like didn't want to go. I was always so excited, looking forward to learning something new. And it has paid off. I got my first job a couple months after with Raymore and Flanagan, and I was there for about 2.5 years. And then just this past June, I got a new position, and I actually worked with Max at TUZAG, the community that he works for. And yeah, I think my biggest thing is in the beginning, I did not put enough time in outside of class, and I realized quickly that it takes a lot more practice than you think. I was always one of those people who learned very easily, picked things up easily. And although this was fun and rewarding for me, it still took a lot of like extra effort and energy to learn. So just know that, while we say it's a certain amount of hours that you put in, you might need to put in more. You might not need as many hours, but just adjust as you go, learn as you go, and make the most of it. You have so many more resources at your disposal, like Laura, and all of us who have been through it already. Use them. Please do not hesitate to reach out and ask questions and form friendships. And yeah, it was amazing. So I'm so happy for you guys. It's gonna be so great. And it's so nice to meet you all.
Cool. Thanks, Caitlin. Any other brave TAs want to say a few words? Yeah, go, Karen.
So, I'll give you my background a little bit. That I was actually working a job where I traveled all over the state. And I would get to the point where something would go wrong with my laptop and I'd have to call in. And they'd say, well, try this. And I had already tried. Everything that they would tell me I had already tried. And I thought, well, this is stupid. I might as well just do it myself. So I was actually going to go to college for a degree. And I started looking to see about how to become a developer, and I just started searching, and I came across this, and it's like, oh, go to these meetups, and I'm like, a meetup? What the heck is a meetup? I don't know what that is. I'm like, it's probably just something that's in like New York City or San Francisco or the big cities. So I took a chance and I threw it in, and there was one. It's called Open Hack. I highly suggest that you guys go. It's very good networking. You'll meet other developers in the area. They're all super helpful, and that's where I met Jesse, actually. And he told me about careers in code. I knew nothing going in, like no terminology. Couldn't tell you anything. But when I came out of there, I had so much knowledge, it was ridiculous. Caitlin's right. It is a lot. You're getting a lot thrown at you in 24 weeks. Lean on whoever you can. If you have a support system, use them. I was fortunate enough that even though I was working full time and I still had 3 children at home, my husband was there to help. As I would work, I'd go to class with Caitlin, I'd get out of class, I'd go home, I'd review what I could. My weekends, that's what I was doing. I was looking at resources, watching videos, doing everything that I could. And she's right, you guys have a lot more resources available to you, use them. Reach out to TAs, reach out to Max, reach out to Laura, any of the other cohort. They'll help you. It's the community is amazing because we just want to see you succeed. That's what the goal is here, is for you to succeed. And I don't know how to explain it. I will tell you, like, one of the things that I did was I used a whiteboard. And when I say I used a whiteboard, I'm not kidding. I have a 4 foot by 8 foot, or I don't even know how big it is. My husband, I made him put it on the wall in our bedroom. It's still there. I still use it. And it's one of the really good things that I did that helped me when I was coding. So just little things like that. The only thing I can say is don't hesitate to ask questions, or if you have issues or anything, reach out. Become a community amongst yourselves. I know you guys are all virtual, but if you can meet up for study groups, do it, because you'll help each other. So good luck, and I can't wait to see what you guys do.
Thanks, Karen. Any other TAs? Say anything? Yeah, go, Chris.
We just graduated with six. So what I would say, my name is Christy. So what I would say is study, 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 and then study some more. For a capstone project, which you probably don't even know what that is yet, start early. Don't wait until last minute. JavaScript, whatever you can find out about it now, get a jump start on JavaScript. It was a very rewarding experience. I was very proud at the end of what I had accomplished. So that's it's just a great program. You can learn so much. It's a commitment. So when you think of the commitment that you make the commitment to yourself. The more you put in, the more you get out. So how much do you want? How bad do you want? And that's how you have to look at it. But it was a great experience. And like they all said, if you need help, reach out. We may not be able to tell you exactly what you need, but we can help you and even brainstorm to get to where you need. Or if we need to redirect you to Max, whatever we need to do, we're all willing to help you all succeed.
Thanks, Christy. Anyone else want to say a couple words? Yep, go for it.
Hey, my name is Zach Haefner. I work in the Authentication Center in TCG Player in downtown Syracuse. I just graduated from the Careers in Code Cohort 3 at the beginning of this month. And it's an amazing opportunity. Love this program. Really want to get back to it. So if anybody gets stuck or is struggling during the program, don't be afraid to reach out. I'll definitely try to help anybody as much as I can.
Cool. Thanks, Zach.
Stephanie. I'm also from Cohort 3. I graduated with Doug, Christy, Zach, and Shin, which I don't think she's here today. What I'm seeing from you guys is you guys have experiences from different points of your life. I came from graduating in 2011 to spending 10 years in the post office, and just kind of 10 years hit me really hard and I needed to pivot. Seeing with you guys, it sounds like. So I'm excited to see what kind of capstones you guys come up with. It sounds like there's going to be a great variety, but I know you guys have a lot of resources between the team, Jesse's team, and the TAs and everything, but also learn to lean on each other. Right now, you guys are a bunch of strangers sitting next to each other, and you're going to be thinking about this day. Because for me, my first day of class, I remember I was kind of quiet. I was kind of quiet for half the class, and Christy actually was just like, I'm curious, what does Stephanie have to say? And I'm like, whoo, that really hit me. Somebody wanted to hear my voice. You guys will find your voices, but lean on each other and make sure you pull from that experiences you guys are bringing into this program and use that to push on to your next step. And same as everybody else, I'll be here if you guys need me.
Thank you, Stephanie. Any other TAs? Mel, you want to say a couple words? You're brave enough.
My name is Mel Sappel. I'm a graduate of Cohort 2, TA of Cohort 3. I'm going back to Cohort 4 to support the API and the economics. Feel free to reach out.
Cool. Thanks, Mel. Any TAs that I missed? I think that was everyone. All once? Okay. All right, let's give another big round of applause for all of our TAs. I also got to, at the beginning, I thank our partners, but got to thank them again here, folks. So for those of you who may not be aware, this cohort is in partnership with Onondaga County, the Last Economic Conclusion, Syracuse Sur, Center State CO, Erie 21. These are partnerships that have been developed over years. And so back in 2019, Onondaga County and the Alliance for Economic Inclusion, we submitted a grant, all good, right? But we had no idea if Careers & Co was going to work. Like we had our community though. Our community we were able to lean on. All the folks you just heard from, we were able to ask them, reach out to them, leverage those folks, figure out what the hell do we do here, folks. And so we were so fortunate enough to have such great success with that cohort in 2019 that Onondaga County and the Alliance for Economic Inclusion promised us an additional 3 years of funding, which basically translates to 3 more cohorts, which is why we're able to be here in this room today. So that's amazing. We're so happy about that. So again, got to thank Onondaga County Alliance for Economic Inclusion. Our second and third cohorts were in partnership with Syracuse Sur, Center State CO, Erie 21. Now our cohorts are just kind of in partnership with everyone, but really have to thank all of our partners at the county. County Executive Ryan McMahon, Winnie Shepard, and all those on the board at the Alliance for Economic Inclusion for giving us this amazing opportunity. Syracuse Surge, City of Syracuse, Mayor Ben Walsh. At Lemoyne, have a bunch of folks to thank there. Bill Brower, Steve Kulik, Linda Lemura, Amanda Miles, Nicole Adams, Janine Baker, Dave Voorhees, and at Center State CO, Dominic Robinson, Liza Semide, and Amy Durfee. They've all been amazing in figuring out not only this cohort, but the past 3 cohorts. And you'll be hearing from many of these partners in the first week of class, actually. So Laura, Taylor, and Liza from the Erie and Center State teams will be coming in and meeting you guys and offering some support and resources that they can give you as well. And then Karen will actually be in on Thursday as well for some headshots. You'll be hearing more from Max about that in a minute, but we're so grateful to have this amazing partnership with all these folks that have enabled us to now run our 4th quarter Careers & Code, which has been amazing. So let's give another big thank you to all of our partners for making this happen. All right, so I know we just heard from a bunch of our TAs on kind of their experiences and so forth, but is there anyone else other than alumni or whatever graduates who would like to say anything else for the class coming in? And if not, that's okay. So to make sure we had a slide here. I know everyone kind of just mentioned that. So all right, we'll go ahead and move forward then. Okay, so before I hand it over to Max here, just as a heads up, as I mentioned, we're organizing at least 3 more cohorts, or 2 more rather. This is one of the 3. But we're always looking for instructors and TAs. So if you know folks who you think would be a good person to help out with that, and as well as guest speakers, And something else as well, and Max will get into the Slack stuff in a minute. The biggest tool that we have for getting people into careers in code is word of mouth. Sounds like the Facebook ads work pretty great too, which is awesome. But if you have a good experience in careers in code, we would so greatly appreciate forwarding the word along to friends, colleagues, coworkers, people you think that might want to take advantage of this opportunity. To be honest, I think about half of our students since the first cohort have just been referrals, which has been amazing. And those folks are now graduates and they're giving back to their community. So if you know folks, we will be organizing a spring 2023 cohort. Just let them know, check out Careers in Code, and we'll be happy to chat with them. All right, so at this time, I'm going to hand over to Max to take a quick 5-minute break, and then Max is going to kind of take over for student orientation, get your laptops, and let you know what's going on for the first week of class. So thanks, everyone, and meet back here, let's say like 6:30, 6:31.
Guys, come back and get your laptop.
Oh, yeah.